Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to Hangin With. I'm GW Pomichter, and we're back in sunny Melbourne, Florida after some incredible travel to conventions and conferences across the state. We want to start off with a quick shout out to our friends over at Something Unique Magazine. That's somethinguniquemag.com, and our best thanks to those folks because they've been sharing our videos all over the World Wide Web and sharing these great creators with you. We're back in sunny Melbourne, as I said, and today we are hanging with writer and author Robbie Cox. Welcome. Thanks for hanging with us,
Thanks
Robbie.
for having me.
Yes, sir. So let's kind of just jump in here. Robbie is the writer and creator of at least 9 novels and short stories, including the Fangirl series, which is out there now, the Reaping the Harvest, the Warrior Way series, which we have here. This is the first.
That was the first book, the first one I've actually published back in 2012.
See, awesome. And since it's October, I just thought I'd give a quick shout out. He's got Come Halloween out there, Paranormal Romance. So if it's Halloween, get ready for that. Go check out Robbie's Come Halloween. So thanks for hanging with us today, man.
Looking forward to it.
How you doing this weekend?
Doing good. It's been busy. That Come Halloween that you just mentioned actually just came out 2 days ago, so we've been frantic with everything.
Wow.
Social media-wise with that.
That's great. That's great. It's an amazing time to be publishing right now.
I agree.
Social media, the internet, it has given us new avenues to readers. It's also a really big place. So
it's a giant lake, that's for sure. More like an ocean.
It really, really is. How did you first start writing and publishing, Robbie? Way back with, back in the day here.
I started writing in high school just to avoid listening to the teachers. So
yep.
That was a big escape. That was a big escape. I wrote for magazines from then on, selling articles here and there, parenting magazines, religious magazines, retirement magazines, ghost stories, and then finally some of the short stories. As you said, it became a lot easier for people, for indies to get out there and get noticed and stuff. So Reaping the Harvest was actually a short story. Started out 4,000 words. That was it. We read it. There was a lot more story to tell.
There's more than 4,000 words here, folks. So don't get your hopes up. It's a quick read.
No.
Actually, no. This looks like a great straight read. This is what we call a straight read because you can sit in one sitting and just escape. This is awesome.
It is good.
So,
it's an urban fantasy. Richard finds himself coming across it actually takes place in Melbourne, although Melbourne's not called Melbourne in the book. It's called Harbor City.
Okay.
Losing Faith actually takes place in Melbourne as well.
Okay,
so you'll
great.
Recognize, this actually is Melbourne, and
That's
you'll recognize
awesome.
the streets and everything
That's
else.
awesome. So if you're out there on the World Wide Web and you want to know a little bit about this wonderful sunny place that we live in, you got to check out Robbie's books because they take place right here.
Yeah, several of them will. This one will continue to. Urban fantasy. He comes across a dying elf. The elf hands him a sword. He's stuck with it. He can't get rid of it. He's in a battle he doesn't want to be in. Good versus evil, and there's demons trying to take over. He winds up pitching a battle against evil forces, and the girl thinks he's cheating on her because he can't tell her anything about what he's doing, and sooner or later he has to face.
Now you have a very eclectic body of work here. It is. It's really great.
I'm not one genre.
I was going to say I talked to a lot of authors who work within a genre, and they're very comfortable there. That's their zone.
Right.
Even just getting started, I find myself saying, you know what, I don't want to do that. I want to leap and I want to have fun where it is. What inspires you? I mean, so many different genres. It's not a one thing, but what inspires you to create? What inspires you to write?
I like to explore relationships. I think every book basically goes down to the relationships and the people in them. Each one of the romances deals with different relationships. Losing Faith is a couple who explores opening up their marriage to other adventures and stuff like that, and the emotional entanglements that involves. Roll the Dice here has a lady who just lost her husband and is stuck in that. It's been years. She's stuck right there, and the guy Morgan Brewer comes along and tries to pull her out of that. Just because he works with her, he wants to see her change her life, and they wind up getting.
Well, that's what we do, right? We try to find the truth in anything.
Exactly.
It's not the facts; it's the truth, and what is the human condition. And relationships are so much a part of that.
Relationships. I think the view of relationships over the last few years, last decade or 2 decades, has changed dramatically. It's not 1950s anymore. With the households, everything is opened up, and to explore those, I think there's just so much there. You could pitch this person with this person, this couple with this couple, just mix it all
just
up
to
and
see
what
how
happens.
people interact with one another. It's one of the great things we've been doing, as I said earlier, the con circuit. And as a people watcher, it's fascinating to watch the dynamic between people from all over the place, all different kinds of people, and they just watching them interact. Some are old friends, they haven't seen each other in years, but some have just met yesterday, and that relationship there is instantly there. One of the things we've done is we've talked to a lot of all different creators, filmmakers and authors, writers. We talked to a chocolatier. That's a dangerous conversation. She had a whole table
Samples
full of,
galore.
oh my gosh. So, they're all inspired by that truth, by the human condition and the relationships that people have, and exploring that, in whether it be in a visual form or the written word. Is there anybody out there, any other creator or writer that inspires you, that really kind of, that you can latch onto?
The one that got me started writing, it was Terry Brooks.
Okay.
His Shannara series, which is actually coming to EMTV now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
got a series out. I actually love watching the way he does his fantasy worlds and stuff like that. He started me writing back in high school. Actually started me reading as well. Other than that, I just love reading. I read as much as different genres as I write. Romance, fantasy, science fiction, mystery, drama, and just pull from each one of those that are successful in the business.
Try to learn a little bit, from everybody. Is there anything that you're working on right now that you can talk about a little bit?
I'm finishing up the Fangirls series. There's 3 more novelettes coming out in that. That series right there deals with authors and cover models, and the fangirls that tend to fall more than just in an infatuation with them.
Okay.
It started out as a short story again, so other people started talking to me about different ideas and stuff, and we went to a couple of author events and saw different things, and said this would be fun to do. And so far, the first 2 novelettes in the series have done really well and received good reviews, so the other 3 we're hoping to do the same thing with. They explore different relationships within those things. We're also got one called Ribbons and Bows, which we're hoping to put out Black Friday, a Christmas story in Florida, so it's not very cold. This lady, 2 men and a lady room together. She falls for both of them, needs to choose which one she wants to be. So that's those are what's coming. Then we've got the next one coming out next year of the Warrior of the Way series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Busy.
It's trying to stay that way. We put out from 2011 to 2014. We put out 1 book a year, basically.
Very nice.
This year, by the end of the year, we'll have 9 more titles out.
Well, so are you publishing all indie now?
I'll do it all myself.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I have a great team around me, some editors, personal assistants, street team people.
That's awesome.
That do fantastic getting everything out, help me get it
out to the world.
Yeah, get it cleaned up, make sure I'm staying on track, catch all of my little typos, and just promote me out there. So it's.
Do you find
when
you're writing, do you find that you get kind of in a flow, and you need that editor because your fingers are moving faster, trying to keep up with your brain.
Exactly.
And it doesn't always work that way.
And I think I have dyslexic fingers because they always type the same words backwards every time.
And sometimes I get 3 of the same the.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It never changed.
Yeah. So. Like I said, we've talked to a lot of different creators and writers and authors out there, and you've kind of led us to this question, between the conferences and the book signings and festivals and things like that, what is the coolest experience that you can recall off the top of your head about being a creator? Was that moment that you just knew, oh wow, I'm really a part of this great community?
It actually happened in New Orleans. It was actually fantastic. A big ego boost. The girls that hang out with me couldn't get my head back in my hat. We were walking down Bourbon Street, heading to Pat O'Brien's. We were attending the Author and Reader Conference in New Orleans. And the group I was with was all in front of me, and somebody behind me and off to the side called out my name.
Oh, wow.
And I turned around, they were like, hey, Robbie Cox, can we get a picture? Big fans. And I didn't remember meeting them or anything like that.
Awesome.
They're not in my circle. And so that was the girls came back, took some pictures, and that was just to be recognized on the street.
That's amazing. Yeah. We had that at SFSE. We were walking around, we were doing our interviews and everything, and a young author with the first book out there came up and said, hey, GW, can I get a picture with you? And I'm thinking, Is there another guy here with my initials? Because that's really strange and really cool at the same
Really
time.
cool.
It is. It's a really cool moment. Where now? It is a great big World Wide Web, as you said. It's a huge pond to try
It
to
is.
fish from. Let's narrow it down for people. Where can they find you on the World Wide Web? Where can we find you?
We started out with a blog called The Mess That Is Me. It basically,
check that out. Yeah.
it was basically my smart aleck comments about life, just making fun of. Men have 8 colors. We don't have 64. Peach is a fruit. It's not a color. Just
Amen,
making
brother.
fun of all that stuff. And so if they just go to robbiecox.net, they'll see the blog's still there. They can catch all the books. They can see where we're going to be. We got several signings. We still got 2 more this year. Several already planned for next year. We got 2017. We're helping put one together for Space Coast Book Lovers. Which I think
wonderful! I'd love to
sign
do
in
that.
it. Yeah, you should look into that. That'd be great.
Yeah,
we were talking
anybody
about that
out there
this morning.
behind the camera over there, take Space Coast Book Lovers.
So,
Yeah. Lots of authors, lots of interviews, maybe even some signing.
Yeah, there's going to be
Fun.
some bloggers.
Awesome!
It's going to be big. Cover Mouse bloggers. It's the first one of that size.
Oh, that's
I think,
great.
in this area. So
That's great.
it'll be good. It's just exciting. They can find me on Facebook, The Mess That Is Robbie Cox.
Outstanding.
Twitter, @CoxRobbie. Those are usually the 2 that I mainly deal with. I do
deal
have Instagram and stuff like that, but
If you figure out how to use that
yeah,
stuff, let me know, man. I've got a Pinterest. I don't know what to pin.
eh,
An Instagram. Who wants a picture of me doing anything? I've got at the bottom of our YouTube channel. There's this list of share with, and there are all these little icons.
and I don't even know what
I
half of
don't
them
know
are.
what about. There's about 4 on the end. I have no idea what they mean.
I don't know.
And so it is a big World Wide Web, and there are. It's also a very competitive market, but I don't feel competition with other authors. It's amazing. There are about 35 million of us out there right now peddling their wares.
Yes.
But when you talk to other creators, it's a community. It's, hey, welcome aboard, welcome, congratulations, and go try to find your piece of the pond to fish out of. So, how's the welcome? You've been doing this now since 2011.
Yeah, 2011 is when I started.
How's the
taking this
welcome
seriously,
into the authors community?
That's it. For the first 2 or 3 years, I stayed in my recliner working. In 2014, the girls that helped me out put their foot in my butt and kicked me out of the recliner and started signing me up for events. And it wasn't until I hit those events that things actually took off. When you meet the people face to face, shake hands, you're signing. I've signed everything. And every time I do, I'm thinking, why do they want my signature?
Yeah. I worked for like days, literally, because Garrett William Pomichter Murray. I'm like, oh no. So to just come up with that took like 2 days for me to figure out how, because usually when you sign your driver's license or anything, your checkbook, but it's only one. When you go to a signing and you look, there's like 12 people here.
Yes.
I don't know why you want my name, but I can't do that 12. So I came up with that. It took me about 2 days to figure it out.
That works.
Yeah, it works, and but it's fun to have to do that. To go, wow,
It is.
somebody wants my signature for something.
The reception though has been fantastic. We actually social media. I don't know how much on Facebook you interact with all the different authors that are on there.
A lot now.
We do
More
a
now
lot
that
of-
I've done the cons and I've started to go to those things.
We do a lot of takeover events when they have new releases. They invite me to come participate. I get an
Awesome.
hour of time, share all my stuff, do some giveaways.
We did a couple of takeovers
It's gone
with Books, Chocolate, and Wine. Great site, really great folks. Talk about busy. I've never sat at my keyboard and felt so,
It goes
busy.
fast.
It goes, and
Oh.
there's 5 different threads. We had the girls with their phones following threads and going, hey, you need to go over this one. Hey, you need to go over this one, because it was so busy.
There was 4 of us in my living room when I did one. The 3 ladies that were helping me out over there. I'm sitting here. I'm posting, and they're interacting with everybody and doing the same thing. You need to. This person. You need to go over here. Otherwise, I would have missed half of it.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sure.
so many threads and so much going on, and it's it's an opportunity that's open now via the technology that's there, but it's also a challenge because it challenges you in new ways. To do this one-on-one is a lot easier than trying to interact with. We are going to eventually, the technology is available, we're going to take the show live.
Oh, nice.
YouTube has a live stream option. whereby the viewers, once you build up an audience, can send comments and questions to the authors, etc.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It'll be really cool, but it's going to require even more, staff over there, because just to try to keep up with all that. It's amazing how fast it moves. It's a fast-paced
It is a
environment.
fast-paced world. Social media goes quick.
Yeah, so let's kind of go down the list here and make sure people know what they're looking for. We'll start over here, and this is Robbie Cox, Losing Faith. Again, this is a romantic,
It's an erotic romance
book
yes.
about a married couple,
Couple.
experimenting out there in the world. So this is a great thing for those erotic romance followers. Like, very eclectic bunch of books here. So let's try this here. We have Roll the Dice, a Rutherford novel. This is
the second book in the series.
Okay. Is this the same couple, or are we following?
No,
a new
actually,
character?
this goes to the different characters based off of here, but their own story. Each book can be read separately, but they follow a path.
Okay, so that's Roll the Dice, a Rutherford novel. Look for these, by the way, on Amazon, in the iBook store.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Barnes and Noble.
CreateSpace. Yes.
CreateSpace. And then we have over here we have Sibling Rivalry.
Sibling Rivalry. This
actually
was
this
fun.
almost a young adult.
This is a new adult romance.
Okay.
First time I wrote this genre. This actually started. I did National Novel Writing Month last year.
Okay. Yep.
And so you have to write 50,000 words in a month. I wanted to write 80,000 words in a month, so that's how the first draft of this came about.
Awesome.
It's two twin sisters who made a rule that they would never be with the same guy, and the guy that's hoping to make them break that rule.
Aha.
So
Okay.
some competition there.
There you go. And then you can go all the way back to the first one here, which is Reaping the Harvest, the Warrior of the Waste series, and there's another one of these on its way.
Another one on the way called Lore Master continues the same core group of characters with a different adventure, different villains and
Fantastic,
demons.
fantastic. And again, also out there, if it's Halloween, so if you're ready, go ahead and check out Come Halloween.
Come Halloween.
Which is just out.
Just came out 2 days ago, yes.
And then we also have
the Fangirl
series that I saw. There's 2 out there now, and there's
2 out there, 3 more
on the way.
By the end of the year,
That's
yes.
fantastic. Robbie, thanks for hanging with us, man. That's
I
great.
enjoyed it.
We have been hanging with author and writer Robbie Cox. That about wraps us up here. Again, our special thanks to Something Unique Magazine. Head on over there, check them out at somethingunique.com. somethinguniquemag.com, excuse me. For more episodes of Hangin' With, check back with us on our YouTube channel or in the iTunes store for the podcast. And maybe quick run over to our Hangin' With store and grab some of that swag. You can grab t-shirts, coffee mugs, ball caps, and support these independent artists. Help us get the word out across the World Wide Web. I'm G.W. Pomichter. You've been hanging with Robbie Cox. And remember to subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.